Welcome back, Pokemon trainers. Professor Chaz here. Lab coat, of course, is on back order, and it's time for this week's Pokemon X singles battles. So, as we've been doing, we're going to take two Pokemon that were previously beaten in the X doubles from several months ago. We're going to take two of those Pokemon and bring back four Pokemon that were victorious that are currently in the Omega Ruby League, and they're going to come back into the single battles to try to help the two previously defeated Pokemon get some victories. So let's get right in to check out the team I've assembled, and I'll show you the movesets and such, and hopefully we can take them through to some victorious battles on the battle spot. Let's begin. So the first of our previously defeated Pokemon for this week's team is going to be the legendary Icebird Articuno. Now, what I can actually do, I've learned, is I can still show you the super training that I've put these Pokemon through. And you can see here, Articuno, we have maxed out the defense, put a good amount into special defense, and tried to get special attack up pretty good, because originally the strategy with Articuno was we were trying to get the Mind Reader Sheer Cold combo off. Not necessarily going for that specifically, but it was an option. This time I'm doing something a little bit more sneaky. Now you see here, he has a Lonely Nature. The ability is Pressure, so the opponent is going to use double the PP when they try to hit him. And he's holding the Citrus Berry, so he can heal up a little bit if he gets down below 50%. Now the moves, we actually switched out Sheer Cold for Frost Breath this week. I was considering going for Ice Beam. It does have the chance to freeze, but it's a pretty slim chance. And it's Ice Beam is 90 power. Frost Breath is 60 power, but it always lands a critical hit, so it's going to do 50% more, so it's going to do 90 base power, essentially. And it's, therefore just as good as Ice Beam. And we still do have Mind Reader, as you see on the bottom. Mind Reader is more or less going to be there just to sort of scare the opponent into switching into something else. If they think I'm going for a Mind Reader Sheer Cold combo, they might swap something else in to avoid the Sheer Cold, because when you swap a Pokemon out, Mind Reader doesn't apply anymore. It only applies to the Pokemon that you actually hit with it. So we're going to try to trick them into switching out and possibly going for a super effective move such as Water Pulse or Mud Slap, depending on what we try to predict they're going to send in. But if they are down to one Pokemon, at least Mind Reader is going to make sure Frost Breath will hit, because it only has 90% accuracy. So there's a chance it will miss, but Mind Reader is going to make sure that we can land that hit. So we'll see how well this little mind game of mine goes. Now, the second Pokemon that was previously defeated in the the X double battles is Majestic the Altaria. Now, you'll see here she is a naughty Pokemon with the natural cure ability, so she is going to get rid of any special condition if she switches out, and she's holding Metal Coat to power up one of her attacks. She has Dragon Claw, which is good for stab power, Steel Wing, which is good against three of her weaknesses, I believe, Ice, Rock, and Fairy. And that's why she's holding Metal Coat, to make that a little bit more strong. And she has Dragon Dance, so after one Dragon Dance, she's going to boost her speed and attack, and she will be the fastest on the team this week after one Dragon Dance. And in case we do take a hit while she powers up, we do have Roost to heal back. Now you see here for the super training, she has a little bit of everything. Mostly into the attack and the speed, because we want to try to boost that even higher when she gets the Dragon Dances going. We try to even up the defenses at 205 apiece, and she has some investment into the HP as well. So those are the two previously defeated Pokemon that we're going to try to get victories for this week. They're going to be paired with four victorious Pokemon, starting with Axl the Roserade. Now, he has the Calm Nature, which I believe boosts special attack and lowers, I forget, but it boosts special attack anyway. Oh, no, special defense, I believe. But either way, the ability is Poison Point, so if he does take a physical connecting move from the opponent, there is a slight chance he will poison them. Basically, I'm expecting, as we usually have been, I'm expecting to fight a Mega Kangaskhan this week. If that happens, I'm going to try to swap Axl in, predicting a Fake Out. When they hit me twice with the Parental Bond, there's two chances Axl can poison them. And for recovery purposes, he does have the Black Sludge, so every turn he stays in battle, if he's not knocked out, he's going to gain back some HP. Moveset is, we got Toxic on there to poison the opponent, in case the Poison Point doesn't do it. But also, Toxic is the worst poison condition. It's going to do increasing damage every turn. Energy Ball is good for stab, and with the high special attack stat of 302, it's going to do some pretty good damage against anything that is at least neutral to, or grass is at least neutral to. Venom Drench is there. If we do manage to poison the opponent, Venom Drench will lower the attack, special attack, and speed of a poison Pokemon that is hit by Venom Drench. And to make sure we get our team healed up and cured of any status conditions, we do have Aromatherapy. Now for the super training, you'll see let me just bring it up on my screen here. We put a little bit into almost everything as well, kind of like Majestic. mostly into the special attack, and the rest went into sort of evenly amount into the 2 defenses and the speed stat. Now, the next Pokemon on this team is going to be Slippin the Piplup. This is a brave Pokemon with the Torrent ability. He's holding Focus Sash, and the reason is he's not very defensive, can't really take that many good hits. I wanted to at least get 1 attack off, if possible, before he goes down. That's why Focus Sash is there. His moveset is Scald, which is good for stab power, and has a good chance to cause a burn. Icy Wind is going to be decent power, not super effective, not super powerful, but it always drops speed if we can land the hit, and the Focus Sash is going to make sure that we survive 1 attack, being able to get that Icy Wind off. Mud Slap will be good to lower the opponent's accuracy as long as we can land a hit, of course flying types being immune to it, also Levitate Pokemon. And Endure. Now that's a move that he can't relearn this far into the 6th generation, so he's going to keep it. It's kind of the same idea as Focus Sash, but what I want to do eventually is when I get a Custap Berry, I want Slippin to hold that. He can Endure, and on the next turn he's going to eat the Custap Berry, go first, and get some good damage off with a Torrent boosted Scald. Anyway, that's for a future battle. For this week he has Endure, possibly just to, if he gets a burn on the opponent, wait out 1 more turn of the burn damage. And for the super training, we maxed out his special attack as high as we could get it, and we put the rest into mostly special defense. We try to even up the defense with, or physical defense with the special, and we put some into the speed as well. The third Pokemon that was previously victorious is going to be Cliff, the Clefairy. You'll see this is a timid Pokemon with the Magic Guard ability, which means he will only take damage from direct attacks, so weather conditions and special conditions are not going to affect him HP-wise, and he's holding the Flame Orb. Now, if you've seen him in battle before, the same idea holds true. You'll see one of his moves is Trick. So the idea is we can trick the Flame Orb onto the opponent, taking whatever item they have. We're going to burn the opponent, cutting their attack stat in half, I believe. And for the moves that he has, he's got Metronome. Now, of course, not the most reliable move, not the most competitive, but fun. So we'll see what Metronome can pull off for us. And he does have Trick, as I mentioned. I did actually teach him a more reliable attack move this week. It's going to be Flamethrower. And he has a moderately decent special attack stat, not really crazy, but at 146 he can at least get some good Flamethrower off on some of the weaknesses that the rest of the team is going to be facing. And for healing back his HP, we do have Moonlight on this little Clefairy. Going to heal back 50% of his HP, of course based on weather conditions. The super training, we try to put as much into the defenses as possible, try to get them up pretty decent at around 176 apiece. He's got the defense pretty high, and he's got some investment into the HP and the speed as well. He's probably not going to outspeed anything anytime soon with 130 speed, at level 100 of course, but we'll see what he can do. The final Pokemon for the team is going to be Whiskers the Persian. You see, she is a quirky Pokemon, which is a neutral nature, so nothing is boosted or nothing is lost. She has the Limber ability, which makes her immune to being paralyzed. And since she's going to be a physical attacker this week, you'll see 224 is her attack stat. She is holding the Muscle Band to power up her physically offensive moves a little bit more. And those moves start with Payday. Again, as I always say whenever I use Whiskers, ignore that because we're not going to use it competitively. It's just there for building up money in my games. But Play Rough and Shadow Claw are both there to be competitive. Going to deal with some of her weaknesses or immunities, such as Ghost type that is immune to any normal type attack. We do have Shadow Claw. If she's facing a fighting type, we have Play Rough. It's also going to come in handy for dealing with any pesky dragon types as well. And she has Taunt as well, in case we expect the opponent's going to go for something like, say, Will-O-Wisp or a Dragon Dance or some other kind of non-attacking move. We're going to be able to taunt them into not using that and going for just physical attacks. For her super training, basically max out the speed and attack. We want her to hit fast, we want her to hit hard. Eventually, I'm going to rework her to try that choice items trick combo that I tried to get before. What I want to probably do next time is use the choice scarf, so she will outspeed the opponent, trick the item onto them, and then whatever they went for first is what they'll be locked into. So anyway, that is the team for this week. Let's get into some battles right now and see how well we do. And my first opponent for the week from Baja California, Mexico is Almec. And Almec has on their team a couple of flying types, 3 flying types actually. We see Staraptor, Houndoomed, Hawlucha, Hydreigon, almost forgot the name there, Gyarados, and Excadrill. So, since we do see a lot of flying types, I imagine Articuno would probably be the choice to bring this time. Yeah, the others I don't think Majestic's attacks are going to be very good against them, so we are going to bring Articuno as one of our Pokemon. Do I want to lead with him, or do I want to try to set something up? He's not the fastest, so I could try to bring Slippin first and slow something down with Icy Wind, because again, it's going to be super effective against a lot of these things. Actually, I am going to lead with Slippin, because he's going to be super effective on everything except for that Gyarados. And if the Gyarados is the lead and gets the Intimidate off, that's not a big deal. We're not physically attacking with our little Piplup. So Slippin is first, Articuno is second, and what could they do to possibly damage both of them? I think Houndoomed is the biggest threat of the rest of the opposing side. I could go with Whiskers. Her Play Rough would be good against 3 of these if that Gyarados Mega Evolves. And it will be at least neutral to the Houndoomed. And since there's a lot of flying types, I don't think Axl is the best choice. And I don't want to bring Clef and Slippin because they're both unevolved Pokemon. I'm probably going to get destroyed if I do that. So Whiskers is our third choice. And let's confirm and get this battle started. Let's see what Alnick decides to lead with. As I say, the only real problem would be if they lead Gyarados. We can at least get the Icy Wind and slow it down before we drop from 2 attacks, because of course the Focus Sash will keep us active. So Slippin takes the field first of all, and Hawlucha is the lead on the opposing side. Alright, so best bet right now, I'm going to go ahead and go for the Icy Wind. Whatever they send in, if they swap this out, which they might not, they might just leave it in. We're going to slow down whatever we manage to hit as long as the Icy Wind does connect. It's going for Sky Attack. Would it be holding the Power Herb to use this immediately? Yes, it is. Alright, that's no problem. We will survive, of course. Very powerful, but the Focus Sash does pull through. But we flinch from that. I forgot Sky Attack has a chance to flinch. Well, I think Slippin's done all he can. Sadly, I'm going to... You know what? I'm going to Endure. I'm just going to use that move just to be able to say I used it. Possibly wasting another PP on the opposing side. We can also see what they're going to go for. Acrobatics. Okay, we do endure that. For whatever good that does us. Now, unfortunately, we will not get to slow anything down. I'm going to go Scald, just on the off chance that they swap out. We can get some Torrent boosted water attack. And nope. Alright, so fully accurate Acrobatics does bring Slippin down. So if it wasn't for that flinch, we would have been in a much better spot. I can send in Whiskers and go for a Play Rough right now, or I can send in Articuno and possibly scare them out. If they have a fighting move that would be neutral against us, I don't know, Hawlucha could learn some rock attacks, but we know for sure can learn fighting attacks. Whiskers probably wouldn't want to take that, so Articuno is our next choice to go in. Now, do I want to try to fake them out with the Mind Reader and possible Sheer Cold, or should I just go ahead and Frost Breath? I'm gonna go Mind Reader, because if they swap out to their Gyarados, which is the only thing that will... I guess the Houndoomed is neutral to... Or not neutral, it actually resists Ice. I am gonna use Mind Reader. No! In case they swap, I'm going Water Pulse right now. No, it just goes for Acrobatics. Alright, how much will this do? We are pretty defensive. Not as much as I would have liked, but we do have that Citrus Berry. Now, with any luck, which I don't think we have, we might get the Confusion on this Water Pulse. Nope, no Confusion. So let's just go ahead and go for the Frost Breath right now. Just to try to get out some good damage if possible. Hone Claws. Alright, so attack and accuracy have just been boosted. Can we get a critical hit with Frost Breath? Of course we can. They're always critical. And it is enough to bring down the Hawlucha. So will we see the Houndoom next? Now they know we have Water Pulse. There is the Houndoom. It's probably going to be Mega Evolution. Alright, I don't think we'll survive a hit from it. But then, I'd rather have Articuno go down rather than Whiskers, because she possibly could outspeed. She is invested in speed, whereas Articuno is not. We're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to go Mud Slap. Alright, this is the first time we've seen Mega Houndoomed on the channel, as far as I can recall. Look at this beast. Alright, what can we do against this? So it's going to Nasty Plot, sharply raise special attack. Alright, come on, Mudslap, come through. So we're going to lower the accuracy. Will that play out in our favor? There's really no telling. We'll have to see how this goes. I'm going to go Water Pulse now. If we survive a hit, which we do not. I'm calling it right now, we're down. Alright, so we are down to Whiskers. Now the only thing we can do, there's no reason to try to taunt them right now because they've got one Nasty Claw up. They're going to be able to just destroy my team, which is just down to my Persian right now. We're going to play her off, try to get off some good damage, and I don't know how fast Houndoomed is. We're about to find out if Persian outspeeds. Unfortunately not, and Sludge Bomb is going to pick up the KO. So we lose our first match this week to a Mega Houndoomed. Well played to my opponent. And we're next going up against our opponent from Sao Paulo, Brazil, is Julio. And Julio has a Charizard, Blaziken, Garchomp, Tyranitar, Greninja, and Aggron. All, except for the Greninja, all possible Mega Evolutions, except we see 3 of them don't have items. So it's possibly just a Mega Charizard or a Mega Blaziken. Given that, I wonder which Pokemon they would actually send in. Now that could be a Shiny Life Orb Greninja, that's very popular in the battle spot. Who would be the best against a lot of these Pokemon? I'm thinking, except for that Greninja, we do have super effectiveness from Articuno. So he's definitely going to be the one that I want to bring of the 2 previously defeated Pokemon. To join him in battle, I think I'm going to bring Whiskers as well for some super effective damage. In fact, I'm going to lead Whiskers. She is fast, she can outspeed possibly some of these Pokemon. So Articuno is our second choice. And for the third, there's a good amount of possible physical offense. I'm actually going to bring... No, I'm going to lead with Cliff, actually. Draw everybody for a moment. Cliff is our first choice, Whiskers second, and Articuno is choice number 3. Let's get this battle started. Anything except the fire type we're going to be able to trick. Now we have to keep in mind, anything... I shouldn't say anything. The Charizard or Blaziken, there are 2 reasons we don't want to trick them. 1, the Flame Orb will not burn them because they're fire type, and 2, if they're holding a Mega Stone, trick will fail. So let's lead Cliff and see what happens. Aggron. So we saw this didn't have a Mega Stone, or a held item in general. This means we're going to trick. Now they're slow. Cliff is slow too. Who's going to outspeed who? Let's go trick. So we go first. We're going to get the Flame Orb passed over to this thing. And of course, the burn won't take effect until the end of this turn, so if it goes for a physical move... Ooh, Thunder Wave! Interesting. So we're paralyzed, but you're burned. Now might be a good time to switch into Articuno. Well, he's double weak to Rock, and this thing still gets the stab boost from Rock. Double super effective. I was thinking of using Trick again right now to try to steal that back, but I'm gonna go Flamethrower. Probably the best bet. No, if they send something else in, everything else resists Flamethrower. I'm going to... Let's go crazy. Metronome it up, if we survive a hit. My opponent is still choosing what to do. They're going to go Iron Tail, which is super effective. It is weakened thanks to the burn, though. And let's see what Metronome gives us. Tri-Attack. Well, we've already burned it, so we're not going to get any special condition off. Minimal damage at that. It's double resistant to Tri-Attack. So since we saw Iron Tail, do I want to let Cliff go down? He's probably done everything he can right now. Iron Tail has a chance to miss. I'm going to go Flamethrower now in case we dodge, are not paralyzed, and can get an attack off, but we don't do any of that. Iron Tail does connect, and down goes our little Clefairy. So despite the fact that Articuno is weak to both Steel and Rock, he's the next choice to come in. So we can go for a powerful Water Pulse. We could also go Mud Slap for double super effective. That's actually probably the better idea. If they do swap something else in, we're at least going to lower the accuracy. They didn't have anything except for, I guess, the Charizard that is immune to Mud Slap. Yeah, actually, forget Mud Slap, I'm going Water Pulse. Do they stay in? They do, and we outspeed. We're going to get the Water Pulse off. Super effective, and we do drop that Aggron. Tyranitar is the next big threat for Articuno. So hopefully that's not going to come into battle, because he has a good chance against almost everything else. Charizard. Now, he's not outspeeding this. I'm thinking we just got to go for a Water Pulse. If this is a Mega Charizard Y, Drought will weaken the Water Pulse. It's going to power up its fire attack. Articuno probably will not take this, but we really don't have anyone to switch into. Whiskers does not have the defenses to survive a stab power attack from a Mega Charizard. So we are just going to go ahead and go for the Water Pulse and hope we can survive a hit and maybe get the confusion. It could just Dragon Dance too. Now I'd really like to get the confusion. Its attack is just boosted, so if we can confuse this, it might hurt itself pretty bad. Come on, luck, be on my side. No confusion. So, speed and attack went up. Would this be a Mega Charizard X? I wonder if I should try another Water Pulse or go ahead and Frost Breath now. Either way, if it does evolve into Mega Charizard X, it is neutral from both water and ice, so I'm going to stick with the Water Pulse. Flare Blitz. Okay. We're going to take a lot of recoil damage, but we're going to lose Articuno. Down goes the legendary Ice Bird, while Charizard does hang in there, of course. So, with a Dragon Dance up, I really don't think our Persian will outspeed Charizard. She is fast, but I don't think she's that fast. We're just going to go and fire off a Shadow Claw and see how well things turn out for us. Nope, Outrage. It's not Stab, but it does have the attack boost from Dragon Dance. If only we still had Clip, we could have easily avoided that, but we do get taken down by a Dragon Dancing Charizard. Good game, Julio. Final opponent for the weeks, hailing from Province Côte d'Azur in France, is Jay. And Jay, I hope I pronounced your location decently enough that I didn't break your brain. The opposing side has an Abomasnow, Lucario, Weezing, Jolteon, Charizard, and Entei. Definitely a lot of power here. So we see 3 weaknesses to ground, which means Mud Slap could be something to go with. The Abomasnow, Charizard, and Weezing all resist ground, of course. I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to lead with Slippin and go for some Mud Slap, perhaps. Slippin would be good against 3 of these, from the looks of it. 4, actually. He might be a way to go. Yeah, I'm going to lead with him and see if we can get off at least an Icy Wind or Mud Slap to help the rest of the team out. Of course, he will not drop thanks to his Focus Sash. Now, we've already used Articuno this week, and we haven't had a chance for our Altaria, Majestic, to have a shot. She wouldn't be good against that Abomasnow, but against everything else, she could at least possibly hold her own. So we're going to bring her as our second choice. Third choice, I'm thinking Axl would not be good. He's going to be weak to just so many of these opposing Pokemon. And I don't want to bring Cliff because 2 unevolved Pokemon would be a bit of a problem. But then I don't think Whiskers is going to be that good. You know what? I'm actually going to break my own little tradition. I'm going to bring my second previously defeated Pokemon, Articuno, as my third choice. So the only previous returning champion is our little Piplup, who's going to usher these 2 defeated Pokemon into victory. Will we make it? So far, our track record this week does not seem to bear that thought process out. So, Voltali, Jolteon. Is there any point in trying to slow this thing down? No, not really. We're going to throw a Mud Slap at it. Although they might go Volt Switch. In which case, whatever comes in, it might be best to try to slow that down. So I am going to Icy Wind. Thunder misses. Icy Wind connects. Speed drops. Okay, I was going to say, that actually did a lot of damage. So it is a critical. We do drop the speed. I'm going to go one more because, of course, I don't think any of our Pokemon will outspeed a Jolteon even at -1 speed. Thunder does connect this time. Oh no, Slippin, look out! Ah, Focus Sash. So you hang in there. Don't paralyze us. Come on. Yes, our Icy Wind does connect for a second time. So, that's another critical hit. Okay. Even if we lose this match, I'm happy that the luck is at least trying to help us out. So, I don't believe we're going to outspeed even at -2 speed on that Jolteon, but I'm going to go Scald if we do get a chance to outspeed and we can get the Torrent boosted water move off. Thunderbolt is fully accurate, so it does drop our little Piplup. Unfortunately. So what we're going to go for now, I'm going to bring in Majestic. She is neutral to the electric attacks that this Jolteon's using. Now's a good time for us to start off with a Dragon Dance. Boost our speed and attack, and we do outspeed even without the boost first. Please don't paralyze me, please don't. Oh, Thunder Wave. Although we have Natural Cure. So I'm gonna swap out right now. Or should I try to get an attack off first? I'm gonna try an attack. Now, it is resistant to Steel. But what would they send in if they do want to swap out? I'm going to just go with a Dragon Claw. They didn't have a Fairy type from what I recall, so they won't have anything immune to it. We might take some damage, which we will, but when we come back in and the Thunder Wave is gone, we can use Roost as long as we survive. That was very, very close. Okay, so critical hits are everywhere in this match. I kind of like this. Sure, we're going to lose, but I kind of like this. So the next Pokemon's going to come in. Since we are paralyzed, Smogogo. Ooh, shiny. Shiny Smogogo. So I'm going to swap out so that we get Natural Cure activated. Articuno is going to come in. Alright, let's see what Smogogo can do. Does it have possible Thunder moves as well? Now our pressure activates. Sludge Bomb. We don't take that very well. We do get poisoned. I'm going to try to scare them out. This is our last match of the week. I'm just going to try that little sneaky strategy. I'm going to go with the Mind Reader right now. Let's see what they go for. I hope this works, just for the fun of it. Infestation. Tiny bit of damage, so what the idea is I can't swap out. And, well, not that we could really swap out to cure the poison anyway. Citrus Berry will kick in now. They'll get us back 25% of our full HP. Now, they saw the Mind Reader. Do they expect the Sheer Cold? And if so, what will they send in? The Abomasnow could be a problem. I don't want to go for a Water Pulse because it's resistant to that. It's resistant to Mud Slap as well. I think probably the best bet is the Frost Breath. Although if they send in their third Pokemon is a Lucario, Water Pulse might be a good way to go. I'm just going to go Frost Breath and see how this plays out. It's going to protect. Okay, not bad. Very clever. So at no point am I going to withdraw Articuno to send in Majestic. I want her to be able to outspeed and get the Roost off. If she comes in on an attack, she's going to get hit. That 1 HP she has left is going to drop. So we're going to go ahead and try Frost Breath again. We will connect, that's good. Critical hit. One more would get the knockout, but we're going to survive this hit, which I don't think is going to happen. But we did, but the poison does finish us off. Alright, so we do have some speed investment in Majestic, and I think Weezing is one of the slowest Pokemon you'll ever see, so I think we should be able to outspeed and get Roost off. I'm still surprised we survived with 1 HP, and it was a critical hit too. If that wasn't critical, we would have been in such a better position. So we do outspeed the Weezing, we get the Roost, we're going to heal up 50%. If they get a powerful Sludge Bomb off, this might all be for naught. Alright, we do hang in there. So, Weezing is physically defensive. We're not probably going to drop it with 1 Dragon Claw. I'm going to Roost again. That is fine, you can protect yourself. If we want, we can go ahead and go for a Dragon Claw now. I kind of want to boost up a little bit though. I want Dragon Dance right now. So we're going to get our speed and attack up 1 stage. If they crit me with a Sludge Bomb or get the poison, it's going to be bad. Alright, come on, let's see how this goes. No poison, no crit, we can heal again. We could knock this out, actually. I'm fairly certain a Dragon Claw at this point will get the KO. So I'm going to Dragon Claw. Let's see if my assumption is correct. Whoops, that was a critical hit? Well, I went for a risky move, it didn't pan out, unfortunately, so my own overzealousness cost me this match. Good game, Jay. So unfortunately, another trio of losses for the team this week, although that last match was actually pretty interesting. If only I had roosted at that last chance, maybe we would have had a better shot at winning that one, but unfortunately, again, just 3 losses, so the 2 previously defeated Pokemon, Articuno and Majestic, continue to be defeated and gain the red glow. That leaves us with only 1 Pokemon left that we haven't brought into the X singles, and that is Chuck the Beaverl. Now, he actually had a pretty decent showing in this week's Omega Ruby rotation battles, so let's see how well he can pull through in the X singles next week. What this means is, since he is the only one left, I get to bring 5 previously victorious Pokemon to try to assemble as a team around him and see if they can all, as a team, usher him into victory. Now, of course, what this also means is I'm going to bring him into every battle in the singles matches next week. So we'll have to see how well he does. Like, again, he is a Beaverl. They're not the most powerful things in the world, but let's hope that his victory in the Omega Ruby rotation battles helps usher him into victory in these singles. So anyway, with that, we're going to end off this week's Pokemon X singles battles. Leave me a comment down below, let me know what you thought of these matches, and any suggestions you have for better movesets and improvements and better plays that I could have possibly made. Anything you have to say is going to be very helpful for myself and anyone else watching who would like to use the Pokemon that I've used today. With that, I'm going to end off this video. Hope to see you back next week for our final Pokemon X single battle, and try to cheer on my Pokemon, including Chuck, into victory. Alright, once again, thank you for checking out this video, everybody, and I'll catch you next time.